I'm actually after putting an avulsion fracture on my pec and collarbone at this stage. Welcome back to another Strength and Conditioning Coaches React, or Weightlifting Coaches React. This one's a small bit of a change of pace, slightly different from the last few. This is basically going to be reacting to my old training videos. So these are going back to 2012 and 2013. Look, it should be pretty embarrassing. There should be some funny fucking lifts of like baby fits attempting to lift things that are not that heavy at all. One of the comments we get on some of the reaction videos are like, "Oh, those two guys wouldn't do a reaction video themselves." So we're literally doing a reaction video of ourselves, and there is some utterly cringy lifting videos here. So I hope you enjoy it. Right. So this is a like cut together video of some lifts. I don't know why I put so many failed lifts at the start.
What are you writing on the board? With consistency, we see repeated execution of perfect uncle pattern.
I think that was muscle.
You talking about Ivan Abajev, like? Jesus, edit is fucking radical fits. What the fuck were you thinking?
This edit is sick. I actually was delayed for a flight in London. So I think it was in the airport for like 7 or 8 hours and I edited this. This is so old. Like,
what made you edit this? Like, where were you going with this video? Like, what were you?
I don't know. But there's some like newer videos in it. Like some of those videos are 2016, but then there's some very, very old ones from like 2012.
You're fucking really feeling yourself, were you?
Oh, can you hear the music in it?
No, I can't hear the music, you see.
Oh, you're missing out. Yeah, it's like classical piano music playing in the background.
You're just heavily emotional at this stage, or what?
There's some fucking sick vibes there, Garth. Right. Would you like deadlifts next, or would you like Daire's first 100 kilo snatch?
It's got to be Daire's 100 first kilo snatch, and everyone watching wants to see Daire's first 100 kilo snatch as well. Jesus, that was fucking alright. Play that again for me. Jeez, you're fast, very fast under the bar and a fast third pull. That's mad.
Yeah.
Classic loopy snatch from Daire. Hips way too low. And looping around the knees.
To be fair, Paddy did his level best with me. Like, I was definitely the worst person you could have ever had to coach.
That was at least 400% better than I thought that was going to be. I thought that was going to be absolutely chronic. That was not bad. How many times did you miss it first, though?
15, I'd say.
That's
definitely more than 10.
The 100 kilo is the only big barrier snatch that you can miss that many times and make it. Every other big barriers, like when you get 120s, 140s, you can't miss them more than like once. And you can't, realistically, you probably can't miss them the first time.
To be honest, with the 120, I remember like not missing anything for weeks. Like weeks and weeks and weeks leading up to it. And that being like very, very important to me that I didn't miss anything. But yeah, that's the first one.
That's hilarious. That's so much better than I thought it was. It was a great little movement. Are you any grow to do a bit of weightlifting again soon, have you?
Serious grow. Lately. And I think it's hating running so much has made me want to go back weightlifting.
Well, like a 500-pound squat and a 5-minute mile is the ultimate GPP prep phase for weightlifting if you ever wanted one. Like that is you could not get more hardcore into a GPP prep phase. Like for training to train, you could not be doing something better. Like
no, absolutely not. Okay, Garth, on your menu of videos you want to see next.
Yeah.
Geez, these are exciting ones. So we have the Skinny Fits deadlift.
Yes.
We have an outdoor training time lapse from. Do you want that?
Yeah, let's see what that is. Just me watching. I haven't seen any of these before. You're some man to record all your training, to be fair, and put it nowhere.
It nowhere.
Who's this Bucky? Hi.
That's Smiles. I used to live with in France.
Oh, you're in
2
the
seconds. I'll have to pull that up again.
Oh, this is Handsome Fits, is it?
Yeah, this is Handsome Fits. Oh, that's the wrong one. Handsome Fits is the person that Owen and the lads will refer to as the version of Daire Fitz before he got hit in the head loads of times and gained loads of weight.
Well, it's just because you gained so much neck fat that it kind of ruined your features.
Yeah.
Like, this Fitz so handsome, clean shaven, skinny, no
Look
legs.
at the warm up I'm doing. I'm doing neck rolls in a warm up.
No, let them see this warm up, because people should be able to see what this warm up is. Like, this is important. This is, if we need to do a full video on warm ups. We did a podcast and people not doing a warm up. You weren't doing a proper warm up either.
2 seconds. Maybe. Actually, I did do a proper warm up.
Where did you get the barbell out here in France?
I ordered a Rogue bar to France. I've mentioned this a few times on YouTube and on the podcast that it was just so much cheaper because France is like mainland Europe versus having to get it shipped across the sea to Ireland. So Rogue bar and Rogue plates.
Jeez, I bet living in France for the summers was fun.
It was unbelievable, Garth.
Did you do much work?
Yeah, we used to do a load of work. Oh my God, that was
Look at that overhead mobility. People would kill for that lockout and overhead. Holy shit.
Yeah.
No legs in you though.
0 leg.
Nano 2s, probably 3s. What?
I think there were 2s. And I remember getting them thinking nanos will never progress beyond this. Like, this is the peak of nanotechnology.
They probably didn't, like.
Yeah.
Do you know the way every toothbrush you ever had is in the ocean and it's not degrading? I imagine every Nano 2 is probably like that as well. So Fitz is doing what we were talking about recently, where people just don't do a proper warm-up, where you'll go from, you have like general warm-up, so actually increasing your body temperature, special assistance exercises, so exercises that you need to do specific for mobility or your technique, and then you move into the barbell or whatever your main exercise is. Everyone skips part 1. That should take about 10-15 minutes. People spend 8 seconds doing that and then ram it all into the barbell and then spend half an hour foam rolling their fucking thoracic spine for no reason, you know. So Fitz seems to be actually doing a pretty a good amalgamation of all of these, even though you're outside on your deck and your camper van by the ocean.
The ocean. That's
be a
note on that deck, Garth.
Yeah.
We pulled those decks out of a scrap heap at the start of the summer because they had been on other mobile homes and they were deemed not useful. So myself and Smiler, the lad there, actually made that deck.
Fitz,
it's a great little living area.
I can feel the vibes of this. The vibes of this summer are immaculate. Just
sick.
I can tell the wind factor there by that little spinny thing you have, and I can just tell the minor 10, summertime, your friends.
Yeah.
By the ocean, good weather in a different country. I'm rock hard for those vibes. Like, they are immaculate vibes. I'm loving them.
Oh, yeah, it's absolutely sick.
Badly neat. Great squatting you always.
Yeah.
That's kind of squat they put in like the supple leopard, even though it's wrong.
That's the kind of squat that looks so good when you're under no load.
Yeah.
You know, like there's no pressure, so you can, it's like this artificially strange position where you're like, that doesn't exist in real life.
That's, you know, what burgeners use for their like overhead squats and stuff, you know, that's what they use, burgener strength or whatever, burger strength or whatever they're called. Hamburger strength. And so what was the goal of this session? What are you doing? Are you like
I actually have no idea, Gareth.
Are you strength training or CrossFit training?
I was doing loads of like sand dune running. The lad I was living with is like a good soccer player, so he was doing actual running, and I used to just try to stop vomiting long enough to keep up with him on the runs in the sand dunes.
Great for ankles and knees, apparently.
Yeah, I could see it being good for your ankles and knees. I think this is going to be like sets of something with 60 kilos. I actually have the training diary I had from this summer here.
Oh, you've no squat stands?
No.
Nice. Look how terrible that clean was.
Look at that. That's disgusting.
At least you know what back squats were. To be fair, we got both pretty lucky about how we started training. Like, we could have ended up in so much worse scenarios.
Oh, absolutely.
Great back squat though, yeah. Very nice. It's not like your squat doesn't scream bad ankle mobility at me. It just screams you don't have a strong squat. You know what I mean? But your knees are not, your proportions are really strange here. Like, because you have like, your knees are not going beyond your toes, right?
No.
Hashtag knees over toes guy. And like with your squat is still nice just because your proportions, I think it's because your tibia and your femur are all the same length. Like, it's like terrible for a squat, but it still means you have like reasonable mechanics when you do squat though.
I have no idea how many fucking reps I'm doing here.
Any idea what he's eating?
That would definitely be some sort of sugary breakfast cereal.
Is he doing his hip flexor mobility as well?
Yeah, Smiles is doing things to stop his hips breaking, I would assume.
That's fair enough.
Yeah.
How many reps are we on?
No idea.
Fitz, I'm rock hard for these vibes. I can't tell you how. You know, there's a different kind of weather. Hot weather in other countries isn't the same as Ireland because we don't get it, and we don't really have that many nice ocean. The ocean isn't friendly for us, but in other countries it's nicer. Even though it's the same ocean here in France, it's not the same ocean. You know what I mean? It's it's the same, but it's not the same. Are we on set? Are we doing sets of 20? Are you doing the 20?
I think we might be doing 20s. 2 seconds there.
Can you drop the bar into decking?
No. I'd say I might be doing 20s.
Judging by how much is flexing underneath, I feel like dropping the bar would be a poor.
It would be detrimental to the deck. Okay, September, August. Oh, Garth, I actually have the squat cycle here. I was doing 3 sets of 20 that day.
Jesus Christ.
This is it.
A fucking lactic acid bath.
Fucking lactic bath, brother.
Fight gone good.
If I knew the date of this session.
Summer gone bad.
Yeah, so that's what this session is. I'll skip ahead to see do I do anything. Like, you probably don't want to see the other sets of 20.
3 by 20.
Like, this is staring at the bar with utter regret for having ever written this out. And this is the last set of 20.
Did you have more weights?
No. So what I used to do to squat heavier is gas bottles in France have this screw on top with a metal, like, ring.
Mm-hmm.
And you slide a gas bottle onto each side to add more weight. Which worked, and it was very, very unstable, so it made you more stable. Which, when you have less weight to use, making it like artificially more difficult is very, very useful.
Who introduced you to strength training? Like, who made you do, like, how did you end up not being full on retarded when you came to like you were so lucky? Like, what happened?
Well, I had a coach, a rugby coach when I was like 14, Mossy, who, to be fair to him, had like 7 or 8 Olympic bars for the lads who were playing, and we used to do like what Mossy'd call a triple extension, but it was actually like a bear complex. Mm-hmm. So you do like power clean into a push press, power clean into a front squat, into a push press, into a back squat, into a push press from behind the neck. And we used to do those when we were like 14. And then when I was about 15 or 16, I started going to a gym in Cork called Fitness Works, which will be featuring later on in this video. And I just got some coaching there. And then obviously when I went to UL, like, I got coaching there. I was just very, very lucky with the people I ran into. So what we have here is, this is the first ever session where I was getting coached by somebody for Olympic weightlifting. So Mike is like an S&C coach. He now runs a company called Fit for Golf in the States. And he was coaching me how to do like proper snatches. At this stage, the coaching I gotten for Olympic weightlifting was like, if it hadn't happened in a rugby changing room, I was basically just looking up videos online and doing them. This is Saturday morning. I think I had rugby training a few hours later. So I'm wearing the obligatory rugby shorts.
What else did you be wearing?
Yeah, what else?
This isn't bad technique, Fits.
It's actually not, sure. It's not.
It could be a lot worse.
Oh, 100%.
And we've definitely seen a lot worse.
Right.
God knows I've done a lot worse myself.
This is a bit earlier that year, I would say. This is 2013 again, I think. This is what I would have considered a heavy deadlift back in the day.
What have we got? 150 and 60?
I actually don't know. I think that's a 20, that's a 20, that's a 15, 130. There's probably 2 5s. Yeah, so like 140 or 150.
Deadlifts are a great exercise for deadlifting, but they're not really much use for anything else.
They give you that kind of weird strength, you know, where like that's the weird strength where you can unrack a really, really heavy barbell and not hurt yourself.
Yeah.
You know, like, and you don't get that from doing anything else unless you're like farming or doing physical labor all the time. You know, you really just don't get that from other places. So we've one more deadlift video. Right. So this is later on that year. I remember being so pleased for this deadlift because the bar had so many different colours on it.
Looks like 180, is it?
I think it might be 180. So fucking
shorts.
skinny here.
Are they Kakuri?
Cookery, yeah.
That's it. And the U and the A mixed up. So skinny. What are you, 90 kilos?
Fucking skinny. Like 90 kilos, yeah.
88 kilos. Mixed grip. I can see the mixed grip already.
Oh, mixed grip with a severe bend in the elbow, like.
Yeah, that's it. You want to put that bicep tendon under as much pressure as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, is that so bad?
It wasn't terrible, like.
But it was a no rep, obviously, like, but it's not bad though.
We have the video where I broke my collarbone doing a squat, and then we have a very funny squat fail video. So this is training with Clarence in Tralee. I'd PB'd already this week. I think I'd hit 215 doing a master's study in UL. Like somebody was doing their master's and they wanted me to do one around back squat, so I did it. I'm actually after putting an avulsion fracture on my pec and collarbone at this stage. So where my pec attaches in has cracked off. You can just see it when you go back to the start. Just as I step out from the rack, there's like a bang and my shoulder shifts down. But a PB is a PB.
This was 230, wasn't it? Oh,
just here. 220, yeah.
It was very, very easy. You could definitely done 230 after if you hadn't murdered your pec.
Yeah.
Most people tear their pec benching, but not you, Fitz. Not you.
No.
Oh, no. Here's me vastly unimpressed.
That's Kerf saying suspicious in the background.
If anyone's watching, just leave a suspicious comment.
That thing grew legs so fucking fast.
That grew... The amount of memes I've started over the years that grew legs out of nowhere.
You know, with the amount of fun of like videos where you'd be like, that comment comes from the ginger guy being on gear, and it's like, no, the first time suspicious was ever said was when I hit 2 PBs 2 days in a row, and you said suspicious about me. Yet people are like, that's proof that Clarence and Owen are both on gear because they keep saying suspicious about each other. It's like, no, it's fucking not.
You've read too deep into this. It was not about Daire.
All right, and then the last one is possibly the best fail video of all time. So 0 warm up, 190. Literally haven't squatted this weight in fucking months. And
behind. Oh yeah.
And here we go.
Oh my god!
Wearing a pair of jeans and innovates. No warm up. Just loaded the bar and went for it.
Fitz, you could have murdered yourself. Why did you think you could do that without a warm-up?
Why did you think you can do anything like?
At least your outfit's nice.
Yeah.
You almost had it.
Oh, I did almost have it.
If you
if I had a warm-up done, like I'm literally wearing jeans with a fucking brown leather belt. If I had done a warm-up, I would have absolutely nailed it. But I didn't, so I failed terribly.
I love how Todd and the other lad don't help you one bit.
They have no idea what's going on. Smiles is sitting on the bike. Smiles is the same fella, incidentally, who is doing the groin stretching on the deck in France.
It's funnier to watch his face because he's just like, okay, Fitz is squatting. Oh no. Oh god.
What the fuck is happening? Right. Thanks very much for watching that. Hopefully you enjoyed it. We'll definitely do one of these for baby Gurf's training.
Mm-hmm.
If you've other videos you want us to look at and react to, be sure to put them in the comments below. A few algorithm comments are always appreciated, and if you could like the video and subscribe to the channel, we'd really appreciate it.
Yeah, just in case YouTube's catching on to the algorithm comments, which I've heard mentioned. I don't know if it's true or not, but you can just leave a suspicious comment instead.
Yeah, do leave a suspicious comment. Thanks, guys.